r/ask Reddit. What is the biggest men-women double standard? As a father, it's apparently a minor miracle when I was taking care of my kids myself if my wife was at work or out for the night. I'm their dad. It's my job. My husband gets all kinds of praise from strangers when he's in public with the kids. He's the stay-at-home parent. Of course he knows how to parent his own children. Looks like mommy's getting a break. Duck you, lady. I've been running errands all day with this kid. Where's my damn break? I work a weird schedule that gives me lots of weekdays off while the wife works a regular MF job. I take my kids to the park a lot. I am the only guy there watching kids at the park in the middle of the day while there are several cliques of horsefrogs around watching their kids too. I often see them whispering together while starting at me, pointing me out to each other or otherwise giving me the stinky. I have been flat out walked up and contacted by the cops twice asking if I have kids at the park. Also seen several other instances of seeing cops slowly rolling by and their cruisers eyeballing me. WTF. I am a random normal looking dude at the park while my kids are playing on the monkey bars. You should wave to the cop and say those women look suspicious. They wouldn't believe it. They'd want to have a talk for sure. Women's pants have useless pockets but they tend to carry around more stuff. Seriously, I have a phone, watch, keys, and if I'm going to work, Badger don't know how ladies go pocketless. Even with a purse, everything is all jumbled if I can't readily tap each of the items in my pockets. I start getting anxious. Business trips where we rent a car and I'm not the one driving. I freak out cause I have no keys. Don't know how ladies go pocketless, it's not our choice, for many of us. Anyway, it's ducking near impossible to find pants with decent pockets. A lot of people say, oh it's because women like tight pants blah, but I just ducking got skin tight costume pants and was ask me anything Z because they have pockets the same size as men get. The pants are tight and you can see when I have stuff in the pockets but it's not bad and I ducking love not carrying a purse. Emo, it's a conspiracy. The purse makers collude with pants makers to make purses necessary. Edit. Ugh, I can't keep responding to everyone about this. Men's pants don't fit all women. They especially don't fit me. And even if there were one magical pair that did fit me, it wouldn't resolve the issues of needing more than one style of pants in my wardrobe. Nor the problem of all of our stuff, including skirts and dresses suitable for pockets, as well as pajamas, etc. having shitty, terrible pockets. Please stop recommending this over and over. Ladies can call their friends their girlfriends but a man can't call his friends his boyfriends, not fair, comma. On the other hand we have the benefit of addressing our friends with gentlemen. But they can still use ladder boys. I graduated college last June. The last couple of months took a toll and my wonderful wife stayed home with 2 kids and did everything around the house. When I graduated everyone told me how it must have been tough on me the last 2 months. My wife just finished her last exam last Thursday and I've been taking care of the kids in the house for the last 2 months. After her exam everyone kept talking about how hard it must have been on me. Some double standards favor one gender over the other, but this is one of those magical stereotypes that manages to be dongish to both. Apparently women should be able to effortlessly care for children or else they are a disgrace. And men are ducking incompetent and it's a shock if they can look after a cactus, let alone a child. Oh duck, my cactus. Women are automatically trusted around strangers' children. Men are automatically distrusted around strangers' children. Jesus Christ, is this true? I dated a woman with a son for a few years. They practically lived with me, so I took a lot of child rearing duties, which often included me and the boy out in public alone. I was stopped by moms, store employees, and even cops for Christ's sake. I was almost arrested once at a park because I couldn't prove he was supposed to be with me. That's a double standard that hits close to home. How are you supposed to prove the child is with you? Carry a birth certificate around at all times? All the different ways people look at sexual violence based on gender. Edit. Thank you for all your responses and food for thought. Will answer in the next days as I am not home currently and incredibly busy. After reading all the inbox messages I just want to add that Me Too would probably make a bigger impact than Me Too did. I was listening to the radio in the car, and a very serious ad about sexual violence started playing. The ad said, When you think of sexual violence, you probably imagine a young woman being harassed by a stranger. I thought to myself that this ad will probably mention that sexual violence happens to men too, and try to raise awareness about it. The ad then went to say that it also happens to women in their homes by friends, family and significant others. I am not saying that was a bad ad. Those are very real issues. However, I never seen or heard a ad targeted at male victims, and that made a little sad. Wasn't there a guy who killed himself because of all the hate he was getting over starting the only abuse shelter for men? That girl's kissing at a party is totally straight and hot, while one time I suck my homie's dong and I am considered gay. Go down on a girl, it's gay. You're getting all the dong she's had suck off your homie. That ain't gay. You're getting all that kitten he's been in. Stay-at-home dad taking care of our 2 children, 1 newborn and a 3-year-old. Apparently, if I was a woman I'd be a hero. Instead I'm a deadbeat who mooches off of my wife. Being a mom is the hardest job in the world. Unless a man does it. Not really a double standard, but I wish men had as many fashion options as women did. I'd prefer if jackets and ties were optional, rather than virtually required even in summer for business. But the ability to make do with a working wardrobe of 4 suits, each with an extra trouser, and about a dozen shirts, is a pretty sweet deal for men. As someone in a subtropical climate, the lack of summer-friendly business attire is depressing. Sex and violence. Women that have lots of sex are slaps and men that hit women are pieces of shit. But a guy having lots of sex is no big deal, and a girl slapping her boyfriend makes you think he ducked up. Why can't women have lots of sex because they enjoy it like men? And why do we more readily accept a woman hitting a man? It's unmanly for a man to enjoy fruity drinks and cocktails. I order them anyway. Duck haters. I like mojitos. If they are good enough for Samax, they are good enough for me. Social acceptance of masturbation toys. When a woman gets a vibrator, it's seen as a bit of naughty fun. But when a guy orders a 240-volt Duckmaster Pro 5000 blow-up latex doll with 6-speed pulsating kitten, elasticized anus with non-drip semen collection tray, together with optional built-in realistic orgasm Scream 7.1 surround system, he's called a pervert. Was looking for this comment. Men have to register for the draft, but women do not have to register for anything equivalent, be it civil service or something else. Feminists in the 80s actually tried to change that so that women were included as well, but it was rejected back then because they didn't even really want women in the army. Nor did they ever want to seriously fund any kind of peaceful civil service. That's one of the major policy tragedies of our lifetimes. Guys often ask if I'm just in college to find a husband and Mrs. degree. Nobody would ever ask a guy if he went to college to find a wife. I met my fiance while getting my PhD and I still get that joke. So you actually got your Mrs. degree? And I just say yes. I did 6 extra years of school just for that. See, I'm a current grad school candidate and I'm getting the opposite from relatives. When I tell them about the program I'm trying to get into, it's, well, that's nice and all, sweetie, but when are you going to find time to settle down and start a family? I'm 22 years old and my program is 12-15 months long. Time is still on my side. I'm surprised no one has brought up sterilization. Men are typically more accepted for vasectomies and can even get them done in their 20s. Many women have extreme amounts of trouble even getting their tubes tied. Some women require hysterectomies to fix something, like endometriosis, and doctors will straight up refuse to perform the operation because of fertility reasons, despite it being the best and only option. Edit. To the people saying that it's impossible to get a vasectomy before 35. There are many doctors who will do it, but they require some looking around to find. Also, I get that it's less evasive than female sterilization, but my point still stands. Many women do seek sterilization and have to go through hurdle after hurdle, even after having kids, to get it done. Yet this is happening to me right now. I am actually having severe uterine lining issues. But because I'm single and 31 and haven't had kids yet, they won't do anything to permanently fix me, because that would mean my uterus would no longer work, and somehow that is unacceptable. When I mention that it's clearly already not working and that I've known since I was 11 I never wanted kids, and have many other personal reasons for not wanting them. Money, mental health, other family issues etc. They just hedge and treat me like an adult who doesn't know what I really want in life. Even got it from a so-called progressive female Gino. Really freaking annoying and absolutely no consideration for my physical or mental health. My mom had the same issue. She had a benign tumor in her cervix when I was really little. But ever since it was removed her periods were just ducking obnoxious. Twice a month. Having to stop work and go to the bathroom because she bled through a tampon and 2 pads in less than 2 hours, kind of obnoxious. By the time I was 10 she was begging her Gino to let her get a partial hysterectomy. But what if your new husband wants kids? Beach. That new husband had already been around for 7 years. My mom ultimately didn't get approved for the procedure until I was 18. Meaning she endured 8 more years of that awful twice monthly cycle. The real kicker is, the Gino didn't want to approve her when she did because she stopped learning. It felt like my mom was too young at 43 with 2 grown children. Still pisses me off to no end. Sexual assault. Now, thankfully, women are starting to be taken seriously when they're assaulted. When a man is sexually assaulted by a woman people react like but men always want that and laugh. Every time I've brought up men can be raped too, this is the reply I get. This or as long as she's hot. So you're saying if a woman is raped and the guy's hot then it's okay? Ridiculous. I'm equally frustrated by it. I had an issue like that. The guys always responded the same. I heard she's a freak in bed. Is that right? IDK man. I wasn't conscious at the time. But sure. Lucky me. If a man has a small dong it's just a big ducking joke. If a woman has a small dong she's exotic and sexy. Hol up. If a woman enjoys sex with men, that is fine. If I enjoy having sex with men, I'm all of a sudden gay. Beware the sudden gay. Women are allowed to be sensitive and cry, men aren't, unless they want to be seen as weak. I would say women are also seen as weak for crying. We just expect women to be weak. So it's okay. A man does it and it's weird. Maybe we could start seeing crying as a perfectly normal reaction for emotionally complete people. It'd be wonderful. Women also get the emotional card thrown at them for careers where it's seen as a negative though. The military leadership positions. It's a negative connotation that implies women should try to act completely rationally at all times, like dudes yo, or exist as a trembling jello mass incapable of independent thought. There is no easy in between. I've worked in 2 industries that are largely dominated by women. Customer service and pharmacy, both in staff and leadership. They were both around 60-70% female. Nearly all of the sexism that exists in the modern workplace gets co-opted by women. Women interrupt the men in my meetings. Men who are assertive are seen as being dongs, while women are treated better. I've been told by female supervisors to smile. I think 90% of sexism isn't sexism. It's whoever happens to be in powerism. As women gain in power, they're going to do the exact same thing that they criticize men for doing now. I worked in the medical field for many years, mostly with RNs in charge or my supervisor. I can attest this is 100% true. Plenty of them calling me cute, flirting, slapping my ass in surgery or otherwise acting in ways that would get men called a pig happens all the time. Guy here, work in mental health. There's one other guy I work with on a team of 25-30. I've overheard managers saying that they need to make a girls club of the supervisor team only. I was turned down for that job 6 months ago. As a woman, why do my nipples have to stay a deep, dark secret but men can walk around shirtless all day? Why are boobs so offensive? I go to a Lutheran college and it was so taboo to some of my classmates that I don't wear a bra. I have the smallest boobs ever. Why would I want to waste my money on being uncomfortable all day? I had a co-worker at a warehouse temp job who was told she had to wear a bra at work, and was actually sent home to get one. She also had small boobs and wore a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. I think the employer should have been more concerned about whoever was watching her so closely that she noticed the woman was not wearing a bra. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.